Welcome back to Stay Tuned. I'm Tony Angelo. This week we are jamming back on my 1970 Dart. It's got a modern 6.4 HEMI crammed inside this thing. It's supposed to make 500 horsepower. We're going to take it to the dyno and see if that is enough to beat just a regular $300 truck LS motor that's made 427 horsepower on the same dyno. Can we beat it with this thing? Let's find out. So this is a Mopar Performance 6.4 liter crate Hemi engine. Same thing you'd find in like a Scat Pack Charger or Challenger. They make about 500 horsepower. This is running on Holley's EFI made just for the Hemi. It's on a Terminator X system. We've got a 727 transmission and a Speedway 9-inch rear end behind this thing. So a bunch of very burly parts, but we haven't gotten it down the road yet. We've got a little bit of accessory work. Needs an alternator, it needs some wiring. What's else on the list, Barb? Barb!
Yo!
What's on the list?
All right.
Hit me.
Shifter linkage.
Yep.
727 kickdown.
Yeah.
VVT wiring. Finish the ignition wiring. Fuel leak. Radiator hoses. Fans. Alternator wiring. Injectors. For the dyno. Tonight. Yeah, we're going tonight. I don't know how we do this ourselves. Come for you, Matt.
But it's going to be a long one. All right, let's start jamming on something on that list.
Put that hot tune up in there, Matt.
Yeah. All right. So from the factory in Challengers and Chargers, these things have MDS, multiple deactivation cylinders with an S. I don't know. They turn off a bunch of cylinders. If you get a crate motor from Mopar Performance, they've already mixed that out. Holley knows that. All we needed to do is run the VVTi solenoid that's at the end of the sub harness for all the MDS stuff. So we're trying to dig through. These things come with a ton of parts you don't actually wind up using. This is a factory style harness that you can't really use because it goes to like a body module you don't have. You can either get a Holley setup like we have, or Mopar does sell you what they call a Hemi in a box. It's a throttle pedal, a fuse box, and a proper stripped down engine harness that will get you fired up. But all this stuff gets you fired up. What are you looking at?
I'm looking to see if that's the plug we need.
Might be. So I'm going to pull these solenoids.
Just like it.
All we need to run is the VVTi.
Correct.
That is.
Yeah.
The Mopar version of VTEC.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking. While you're doing that, I'm going to work on a throttle cable.
I love it.
Okay.
Wait. I love it. Do it. Okay.
I'm not waiting. I'm just doing.
Just do it.
Okay.
All right. So this is not exactly running a car with a carburetor where you use 3 wires and get it going. But it's also not as bad as a V12 and an Aston Martin motor in a Mustang. So this feels like we could probably handle this by ourselves.
Yeah, this is 50% less complication.
Yeah, VVT, whatever they're calling it, is just a variable. It advances and retards the cam using a phaser in the front and oil pressure with a solenoid is like a big switch. It's going to allow flow of oil pressure or not to rock a better, more or less it goes. The cam starts pretty advanced, and then I think it pulls it back a little bit for a nice top-end hit. So you're going to have a more broad power band. And I know it sounds like voodoo, but this stuff works. A lot of people will be like, just lock it out, just turn it off. We're not going to do that.
Nah.
No, thank you.
That ain't me.
We paid for it. Let's use it.
Yeah. All right.
Jeez. Easy muscles. All right. This car is turning out pretty awesome. It's going to be like a street strip car. Mopars generally cost $1 million. I paid $4,000 for the shell of this 70 Dart with a nice interior. So not too bad, all things compared. And between the Mopar parts and the Holley stuff, Holley makes the whole swap kit for it. The mounts, the oil pan, and the headers you need to get yourself rocking. So all good stuff. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. This is not one of our cheapest projects, in case you're keeping track. You can spend quite a bit of dollars doing the Mopar version of a Chevy swap, that's for sure. This motor by itself, it's about 8,000 bucks. You get a stripped down one, without the intake and some other things, I think about 7.
It's a lot of dollars.
It's a lot of dollars, considering the last car we took to this dyno was my C5 Corvette. Now look, it has a bunch of bolt-on parts on it, but we just put a cam in that, essentially a LY6 truck motor, and it made, when it left there, it was making 410 wheel horsepower. So if this is in that ballpark,
I drove
I'll be
that
happy.
thing yesterday, and it is every bit of 410 horsepower.
Spicy. It's a spicy.
She's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, that thing is good. It also sounds
insane.
So we have one little shop. People think it's big. It's not. It's like a bay and a half here where we work on the cars.
Favorite.
And we always have to move them around to get the new products in. We had to take the V12 Mustang back to our storage shop and the Vet. So Barb drove the Vet, and hearing that thing rip down the road.
It's real good.
It's crispy. It's good. It was not as fun to drive the tow truck, but
yeah,
we'll get them next time. This is what you get from Holley to control the VVT. But there's still a factory sub harness that goes to all 4 MDS solenoids and this thing. We're just going to cut it out and make it nice and clean, get rid of all that stuff. But I need something to clip on here, and I'm looking now.
So
maybe this with a little work, a little chop. Let's see if I can find something perfect. If not, looks like an injector clip chopped up a little bit will get the job done. Ouch. Yep. There you go. And that has a nice lock on it too, so. All right. Ground the little tab off. And an injector clip. Looks real nice. Sick. All right, we're good. Never mind. Fixed it.
good job. When you're done with that,
Grinder and paint makes me the electrician I ain't. No, that's not it. Something like that.
All right, well, so Tony's working on that wiring over there. I'm gonna start working on the throttle linkage setup and the kickdown for the 727, which is all mechanical. So we have this nice billet arm from Holley that's gonna mount here. Throttle cable is gonna connect the top of this throttle arm on the carburetor, and the kickdown is gonna come off the bottom, go into one of these holes. So when you open the throttle this way, throttle cable pulls it, which is gonna pull the bottom of this linkage backwards, pull on the cable on the transmission, kick it down a gear.
Yeah. These cars are drive-by-wire pretty much exclusively. The motors come with a big intake and a drive-by-wire. Throttle body setup, we were even going to try to run drive-by-wire on top. But if you're going to run a 727 without a full manual valve body, you need to have that TV cable or whatever they call it, the kickdown cable, working, or it will screw up the line pressure, it'll smoke the transmission. You need it. There's a couple options for this. Number one, I called Flyback to talk through it. And he was like, just put a full manual valve body on it, you like, get serious. So you can do that, but we already had this, we have a street strip TCI transmission that I think is pretty rad, and I don't always want to be shifting it through the gears for a car I just want to cruise around in. The other option is to get some kind of mechanical throttle body on there, so that's what we did. We got the Holley 4-barrel on top of this thing, ditched the drive-by-wire pedal. We don't have to run it, and this will allow us to run that kickdown cable. Rock and roll. Here we go. Here we go.
Learning stuff every day. All right. So that'll be here. Yep. Sick. This is a cool arrangement. I like this a lot. Tighten those down. All right, so this is looking good. This one we will cut down to make the Zimzammer work here. Where's the return go? All right, so I connected this inner braided cable to the pedal and fished it through this casing here. I'm gonna cut the casing down to fit to here with the little knuckle on, or the little jam nut on here, and then cut the actual braided line to length to hook up to the throttle linkage, and we should be in business here in a couple minutes. So we're gonna leave a nice loop on here. Okay. Make sure that cable will come through. That like that. Now, coming through. Okay. All right, so then we will so right now that's the throttle cable getting pulled taut. Another little bit out of there. Okay, so we're going to start there. We can always trim it back more if we need to. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right. You want to tell me if I'm getting full boopies here? Ready? Those blades open all the way?
Yep.
Sure?
Yep. Oh yeah. Hit him again. Woo.
Sick. All right. We knocked something off today. That feels great. All right, so that's good. Got plenty of return spring on there. I'm gonna tighten this jam nut up one more time, a little bit more. And we are in the business.
So we're here outside of Philadelphia, and look, I think it's a good idea to talk about keeping your shop safe. You gotta get yourself a shop dog, all right? But they can be burly and kind of scary and messy, but it's worth it. Just go out and get yourself a real ferocious, dog that'll bite the hand out of everybody that's not you. That's what you want to do. And leave it in the shop. Let it get grimy all the time. That's what we did, all right? Oh, introducing. God. Here we go. Careful, careful. Come on out.
Come on, Nugget. Night.
Just kidding. This is Barb's dog, Nugget. Barb's been feeding his dog Sundays for Dogs. It's a killer dog food. They're actually sponsoring this episode. And there were some issues at first, right?
Yeah. So she's 14, even though she looks like she's a little puppy,
yeah.
And she's had a bunch of digestive issues, and
she
this
gets
is
that
really,
from Barb.
Yeah, from me. And this has really cleared it up. She's been super healthy, and you'd never know she was 14 years old.
Yeah, if you are still feeding your dog that old cardboard kibble from the 80s, you gotta stop.
Don't do that.
Step it up.
Don't do that.
Just check out the back of the bag. It lists exactly everything you need for a healthy diet for a dog and everything you don't. So give your dog a chance to try Sundays and watch them fall in love. Use our code STAYTUNED50 at checkout, or just go to sundaysfordogs.com/STAYTUNED50 to get this exclusive offer. All right, are you done yet? I'm going to try it.
Eat one. Eat one.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Sweet. So I'm going to get my injector connector wired up to this Holley VVT harness. I was just going to cut the harness itself and more or less put a connector between them here. Or actually, I guess I could just wire them together, but I saw a bunch of shrink wrap, hacked it all up, got into it. Looks like there's a diode in here I'm going to have to preserve. I'm doing my best to figure out exactly how this goes. A diode allows current to go one way and not the other way. Think of it as like a one-way valve. It looks like it's on the power side. Guess there could be some backfeed issue. Solenoid is just a giant electromagnet. Essentially, I'm going to preserve this diode in line in this harness, and we'll cross our fingers. I think it'll be all right. But it got a little bit more complicated than I thought when I cut this apart. We'll figure it out. Probably try the internet a couple times. Yeah, cross them up. Cross them up real good. Great. All right, so I found out by doing some more research that high inductive loads, like an idle solenoid or a VVT solenoid, you can install what's called a flyback diode. Basically, I'll show you a little diagram. Let me get, hold on. No, see, that's something else I was looking at, not that. Hold on. There it is.
What was that?
There's something else. That's for work. More or less, the idea is when those things slam closed, there's a bunch of extra voltage and it can go back down the wrong tube, more or less, and slam in your computer and blow stuff up. So you put this diode on here so that it will only basically go back down the feed side and then it's a protection circuit. So I'm gonna just whip that together. Now that I know what it is, it makes way more sense, and I will replicate that inside my little harness and we'll be good to go. Don't worry about hamster dance. So I've got it, the diode connected to each wire, bridge across with the cathode end, which means the end, it flows in this direction towards, from the end, this way to this way. So it can only backfeed into the power side instead of blasting back into the computer. I'm gonna just heat shrink this up, connect it, and we should be done. I can stop goofing around with this thing and move on to the next thing.
What's the next thing?
Hamster dance.
Hamster dance.
All right, I've got my little conversion harness made. I ditched the connector here because it goes right to the power tap and the input output, so why do I need that? It's only 2 feet long. This lays in the valley. I put that diode across it like you're supposed to. I tried to shore it up with some heat shrink. I'm telling Barb now, don't like bend it, go crazy with it, because you know it's got a diode in there, but I think it'll be good and survive a while. Hopefully as long as this car exists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slam this solenoid back in and plug it all in and get to the next thing.
I'm gonna drill.
Get your hand in there, Barb.
What do you need?
You gotta grab this for me on the other side.
Don't pull on which end.
That's it. It's fine there, just don't bend it. Don't bend it up.
Yeah. Got it.
Cool, we've got a bunch of stuff laying around, some old Vibrant couplers. We're gonna make upper and lower radiator hoses out of some stainless tubing we've got, and these couplers, it's 1.75 inches, 1.5 inches here, so we're just asking a little bit extra of that one coupler, no big deal. Barb's gonna work on the bottom, weld the top up, and get rocking and roll, and then we can finally fill this thing with coolant, which we've never done.
Hell yeah. All right.
We are trying to fit a belt to make sure that when we make a lower radiator hose, it doesn't
on there?
rub on it. I'm on it. Here, yeah. You guys pull a bunch of slack out because this would, there's no air conditioning. Also, I just found this belt hanging on in the rafters, so it might not even be for a Mopar.
We have a belt, dude. This whole came with a belt.
What whole
The delete kit comes with a belt.
Oh, sick. Go get it.
Yeah, okay. I thought that's what you had in your hand.
No, I just threw that at Kuntz.
Got
I was
it.
just trying to
All
line
right.
it up.
Let's do this again, shall we?
Yeah.
This doesn't look long enough. Ain't in the ballpark, huh?
I don't know. Where'd you say they go?
This goes like this.
And then around the crank?
Yeah, no shot.
Why not? Get that on there.
No way I did.
Hold them up. I think this is too long. I'm thinking that's probably too short. That might be just right.
That might be it, boy.
Yeah.
Let's fucking slap it on there, eh?
3 bears situation right here. You gotta get it right.
Yep.
Also, like, Goldilocks was a terrorist, basically. Intruder. Think about it. Goldilocks was the problem. Intruder, wrecked, slept in all their beds, coming straight out of the woods, ate all their food, and then somehow the bears are the bad guys? I don't think so, dog. I don't really know. We're not gonna go. We have,
You got this.
you know. All right, we're gonna put a smaller idler on here and hopefully use this belt we've got just laying around. I'll let you know what happens in 2 seconds. I think pretty much every idler pulley ever is the same. Yep. Go ahead. Make sure that grabs the race and nothing else, and we'll be in business.
Okay,
All right. I think maybe we'll get the right belt at some
Yeah.
point, but let's get to the dyno.
let's do that.
That thing's gonna spin hella fast. Yep.
Ready?
No. Am I there? Yeah. Is that it on the crank?
Yep.
All right. There you go.
Yep, that's gonna do things.
Sick.
Hey, we did something.
Yeah. Take that, Goldilocks, you colonizer.
All right, I'm gonna make some hoses. Okay. All right, cool. I got this upper hose welded up, and I just want to double check and make sure, oh boy, make sure we're not gonna have any leaks here. So I've got a little cap on one end, and I just filled it with water.
Blowing it like a tuba.
No. Technically, you're supposed to pressurize this, but
Man, put it on your mouth. I ate dog food today. Let's go. Get in the
that
game.
was your fault.
Get in the game.
That's probably 16 PSI, right? Yeah, no leaks. Okay, this is my maybe second favorite tool in the shop, except for you.
Oh.
All we need, a little bit. Put this on, huh?
All right, Barbara's finishing up the lower radiator hose. I have wired up a couple things under the hood. We're gonna mostly hot wire the rest of it. Fans and alternator and stuff we're gonna deal with later. We've got to get to the dyno. It's already 5-ish. We've got about an hour drive to Allentown, so we have to keep on moving. It's Wednesday night on a school night, so we don't want to keep these guys out too late. I'm gonna hot wire the fans up. We'll just put a battery charger on it at the dyno, and we'll remake that guy maybe at some point.
Yeah.
I don't usually want to clamp on a bend.
Okay. This feels like something, huh? Cooling in here? That's a first.
Yeah.
Well, at one point this motor had coolant in it. This is a new and improved one, don't worry.
I don't even know, dude. Didn't have a lot of, this motor ran for 5 minutes last time and exploded. Story of this motor is I had it in my CUDA for about 10 minutes. An injector was missing an O-ring from somebody swapping the rails and letting it fall. I took it to E-Town, I ripped it around the track, and it started to knock after about 5 minutes. We took it over to Larry at Roberts Engine Development, who is the man, and he resized everything, put a new piston ring in it, and then measured everything. Yeah, it's leaking somewhere.
Watch it. That cock is
That
tight.
cock's open, I got it.
Thank you.
If you're gonna have a leak, petcock's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Thank you.
But it's also been sitting for a couple years, so we'll see what it does. There's a little bit of rust in the valve train area. I saw a little bit of crust in the VVT screens. They have little screens to catch stuff, but we'll see what happens.
Otherwise, this thing's gonna be a hot ripper, you said, right?
I mean, look, man, you're talking about a 500 horsepower street dart. It's gonna be nasty. It should be insane. All 727s used to have this big bell crank kick down assembly. If you lose one piece, it's impossible to find the rest of it. If you have any brains in your head, I don't like us saying that. You guys are cool. If you want a much easier solution, just go get a kick down cable conversion. It runs kind of around the back of the transmission. It pulls on the same lever that's in the transmission with this little stud, and it's super easy to adjust. It's way easier, and like I said, it's just tough to find all this stuff a million years later after they built these. So this is the move.
I don't like this.
We didn't tighten this up on here, but the lever arm is on there. I need some light.
Fucking fuel lines are next to the exhaust.
This bracket goes in a bolt on the tail shaft, and it kind of just sits up there. And then 727 is an interesting transmission. It has shifter and this kickdown are right on these two levers that kind of sit on the same shaft. There's dual shaft thing, and they're both coming out the same place. I'd show you, but my fingers don't have cameras in them. I can tell when we made an exhaust in a hurry. MIG welded, some of it's polished, some of it's not, some of it's mild, some of it's steel.
None
Stainless.
of it's my favorite.
None of it matters. Oh.
All right.
Just running out of fingernails.
Did it come off yet?
Not yet, buddy. If half of it's dead as a doornail, I don't know what to do here. Okay, that's better. Car has like 2 inches of toe out. So just gonna get it a little bit better so at least we can get it up on the trailer. But it's been, front tires are squealing, just moving around. So I'm trying to just pull some out. Am I gonna measure it? No, I'm not. Not today.
I feel like you
Am I
don't
making
need
it better? Probably.
With those eyes are calibrated, dude.
It's fair. But I'm not gonna like put it down and check, so I don't
No.
have a chance of making it perfect.
All right.
A little bit of the weasel
Seal
whiz.
lines are better than they were. Down with it. You wanna?
Yeah, come on.
I can start doing some with the fuel.
All right, we're gonna give the car a quick brake bleed. Every single part is new, master cylinder. It's got disc brakes front and rear, leads in the front, leads in the back. Basically, I've expected it to bleed very quickly. We're not gonna go nuts. We're at least gonna get some pedal pressure so we can pull it up and down on the trailer and the dyno without, you know, having some kind of runaway train situation. Where you at, Barb? Give me down,
Down,
up,
up,
down,
down,
up. This is not my normal bleeding cut,
Up.
but it's kind of fun. Down,
down.
up. Keep going. Anything? Pop it a couple times and hold it, like 4.
Holding.
Okay, yeah, now it's going something. All right, up,
Yeah.
down.
Down,
Oh, yeah. Up.
up,
Pump it a couple times and hold it.
2, holding. Oh, it just got a pedal.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, yeah, that's coming out nice and clear. Okay,
Dope.
that's good enough for tonight.
All right, I'm up.
That's for sure. All right, there you go. Give me, you're up,
I'm up,
down,
down,
up.
up.
Pump it a couple times and hold it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yep, holding. Oh yeah. Down.
The soundtrack to this is incredible. You could lay this over all sorts of footage. Got it?
Yeah, it's down.
All right, go ahead. Give me a couple of pumps. Hold it. I hear
Holding.
It. Yeah, I hear it. Hold it, bud.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Is it shut?
Let's check the fluid.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We got brakes.
Got it? All right, good. All right, that's how we're gonna send it tonight. Feel good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Feels great.
All right, one last thing before we head out for the dyno. There's a fuel leak at the top of the tank. I don't know if we forgot to tighten something up. We found it last time we had this thing out, like a month ago, and we just ignored it while we ran it through the gears as hard as we could. Because I wanted to go to the Super
we did a
Bowl
good
parade.
job.
Yeah, it was good. We did a good job.
All right.
Real quick, and the reason we're doing this, dyno etiquette, if you don't know, do not bring a car that leaks like a sieve to the dyno. It is the least cool thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's a real bummer for everybody involved. Can you bring your car and blow it up? Yes. But don't bring something that's leaking all over the place. Are you ready?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
Is this good?
Go ahead. 2 inches, 2.5.
That feels like 5 inches.
You're touching.
Good?
Yep. All right.
right,
So
tear it
those
down.
are what size?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna hotwire this sucker to try to get the pump going. Come on, I gotta get hold up the pin. It's gonna look like this. All right, you get up there and see what happens.
All right. I'm on.
You see it?
Oh, I see what it is.
What?
It's yeah. I forgot that I machined those fittings down. That probably wasn't tight all the way. There it is. Yep. All right.
I think we should run it again.
I'm agreed. It was just that one, right? Okay. All right. You want to try it?
There you go. Sick. All right, we're gonna yank the tank out. It's still leaking. We've tightened the fittings up a couple times. We're gonna try to get the...
Plug it. I'm gonna put a cap.
Go ahead. We're gonna try to get the barb, or NPT to AN fittings tighter in hat. Well, we figure at this point we're like one connection away from getting it. We're gonna get it down. We can have a look at it and make sure everything's tight. There's no cracks or anything.
Got it?
Yep. That'll do it. All right.
I'm gonna go up.
Go up a little bit with the car if you want. I think everything is disconnected. Yeah, looking good.
Make a loop line and run it here.
I don't think this is well covered with dope, pipe dope. Here, see, look in the corner there. Excuse me. I think that's our problem. I think that's our major issue. So we'll get it out and we'll Teflon tape it up real strong and send it.
I'm partial to these things. This is my child.
This is better.
It's better, but
Not
still
good. Yeah,
still
get
not.
a bunch of tape on there.
Here.
And then we'll be in business. I'll check these. I don't want to wreck these bagels. Hold on, boys.
Okay.
Sweet. Let's tap it back in. Hope for the best. That's my ignition switch. I'm going to fire this puppy up. What gear are you in? All right, we have a car. Let's go find out how much car. I'm gonna try not to drive it through the wall. Here we go. Yeah, she's a little rich, maybe. It's hard to tell without the, if you could smell it, you'd know. All right, so we just got here. They call this the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Matt's gonna tune the car up. This is where we had, so here's the deal. We know what this Hemi costs. It's like $7,000 without an intake manifold. We came here last time with my C5 Vet, $300 LY6 industrial motor. We threw a cam in. Here, that thing made, tuned up and rocking, 410 wheel horsepower. That's how I drive it. Even made a little bit more, but that's what a safe tune. So we're gonna see if this Dart can get anywhere near that number. Obviously, it's a big Mopar tax. Mopar versus like Chevy is everywhere, available, affordable.
Yeah.
But like, come on, can we make that kind of power with this thing? Right now,
What
it
do you
sounds
think?
like complete garbage.
Yeah.
So I'll be thrilled if it does anything.
Yeah.
But if it starts with a 4, I'll be very happy.
Okay.
Let's find out. Also, we are just thrilled to be here. It's almost 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
We're getting the tune started. We are bad people. We don't make good decisions. And somehow we still get the support of our friends, which we appreciate. So yeah, here we are. Let's see what happens. So let me explain to you about the injectors we have here. A couple of them didn't want to light off. We wound up like banging them on the on the floor for a while and like spraying junk through them. So they may be the culprits here.
Okay. I have a temp gun. We can temp the cylinders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the move.
We did that. We
And
spent
this one
five.
still has a basket in it. It's like rust or something.
We
It's
spent
not great.
We can pull a
four.
basket out of all of them.
Think that would help?
It's worth it. This basket is done on this one.
Not my favorite.
Maybe we'll just.
Can I get out of all of them?
You got like a.
Screw? something.
Like a deck screw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. That's what we
That
do.
works the best.
I do. I actually do. I have one on my starter button.
It
here.
sounds funny.
That does not work.
I got one here.
My idea did not work.
We'll figure something out.
Get it?
Ha yes.
The
Yeah.
screw. Jesus.
That's fine. As long as you don't break the screw, do all of them. Yeah, there you go. As long as it doesn't get broken
Yeah,
because
that's
we
what
need it for firing the
There's
dart.
one
Ready?
Did you get it?
Yes!
Nice.
Yeah, that one was rough.
Woo! That hurt my ass. My metal wallet in my pocket.
Saying early on.
All right.
Good job, boys.
Way to go, screw.
High five.
Did that screw break?
Nah,
Hell yeah. Put it back to work.
she's still hanging.
It's in like a 45 now.
She's ready to go. She still works.
Okay, good.
All right, let's try it.
Yes,
Here we go. Did beating the injectors up more? Fix it. Let's find out.
Ripping all the baskets out.
Baskets. Who needs them?
Does the key starter work?
Nope.
You guys are gonna start it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess I'll.
Is it in park?
Yeah, shit.
Sounds not great.
Sounded better, but not great.
You think?
It's probably all loaded up.
Yeah. Keep going.
That's the excuse. It sounds like a header leak,
It sure does.
Sure does, yeah.
but other than that, it sounds.
Like something.
It doesn't sound.
It sounds better. Let's temp the cylinders.
Yeah, I have the.
Here you go. All right.
Let's do it. All right, we are putting our Holley injectors back in. They do not seal great in the bores. We do not care that much.
I don't care.
Yeah, we're gonna see if at least they fire off and sound better. Maybe run on 8 cylinders. That might be nice.
Yep. Then
Okay.
then we'll worry about that big exhaust leak right after never.
Oh, take the channel locks out of there.
I already did. Yep.
Let me take this shirt out of here.
Yep.
Everybody ready?
You got everything out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big are the size differences? Are they pretty close?
Those are 48s.
What were the other ones?
40, I think. Yeah, it's like 20 mil.
39s maybe?
20% difference?
No, yeah.
Okay, ready?
It might be like 80s and 100s.
No, no.
No, no, no.
Okay. How much voltage you got?
I don't know.
We don't have the alternator's not working either. We run a battery charger.
11 volts.
That's not gonna help. Starting to sound like a car.
Sound like a car now?
Yeah. Doesn't smell like a car, it smells like a demon.
Yeah.
Close enough. We're pushing it on how stupid this thing is.
Yeah. Sounds good now.
Yeah, it sounds like a car, baby. Start right up there. All right, I don't know how much coolant we got, so let's do this thing. Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. Woo! Here we go. This car's been fighting us forever. Oh.
Brakes. It must be the brakes, dude.
The brakes are smoking?
It smells like fire back here.
Brakes or something are on. It seems like it would make more than 297.
All right, did 297 at the tires already. That's something.
At least you're somewhere.
That's, no, we'll start somewhere. So this is a torque flight. They are pretty notorious for sucking out a bunch of power. But if you can get it up like 100, that'd be
Is that
cool.
torque number accurate?
360?
Fairly. Yeah, that is. Yeah, a lot of torque down there.
Okay.
But yeah, it felt like it was chugging and then.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'm like, oh.
I was
is there
like-
fluid in it?
Just flashed the converter? Like, what just happened? You want to check the...
Yep.
Let's run it and we'll check the trans too.
Yeah.
All right, so first run, super conservative, 297. We think the brakes are dragging about 100 horsepower shy of our goal. 110, 115 shy of that truck LS, so we're gonna keep on rocking. We're fired up, check the transmission fluid and see if it feels any better. Just kidding. Good. Here we go. All right, you wanna try one? Fans are running. 1 a.m. This thing came in a complete disaster. Sounds pretty good now. Still made 300 wheel.
Sounds good.
Pull some more power out of that.
323, 393.
393 torque. That's the same torque as the LS.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, more.
Yeah. It made 323 wheel horsepower, 393 wheel torque. Feels pretty good. We're getting there. Ran it out to 6,400 and it sounded awesome.
Sounded real good.
Yeah,
Nice
real
and
good.
smooth.
Real good. Can we cut it? Mm-hmm.
I'll take a little bit of fuel out.
Fuel out of it and see what it does, 12.4 or something, 12.6.
Yeah, we'll bump it like a half
Yep.
and see if it
Loves it.
enjoys it.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing about tuning. You go, I'm gonna make a change and see if it loves it.
Yeah.
And if it loves it, you give it more.
Yeah.
You go in that direction. There's obviously quite a bit of science to it, but there's also like,
That's true. For wide open.
Let's
it's
see if she
fairly
likes
simple.
this.
Yeah.
here we go. You know he's gonna tune that startup either way, even with 8 leaky injectors.
Yeah.
It held nice this time. Rolling up.
333,
Dang.
394.
That's fucking pretty good. $333 wheel horsepower. Oh, 394 foot-pounds at the
This is gonna
tire.
tear the face off the earth.
Torque monster.
Damn.
Cool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, two things that are rocking against us here. This is basically a stock cam out of like a Scat Pack car, and the torque fight is notorious for sucking down horsepower. So getting wheel horsepower out of them is tough. They're good, strong gearboxes, but I don't know if we're gonna hit that number.
Sounds real good though.
Real good. Yeah, I'm really having like it's just singing, and I'm like, boy,
Yeah.
that thing's eating. So it makes me pretty happy. Yeah, another reason it sounds pretty good, this kind of power, is that I don't even know if we're gonna get one decent pull tonight. It's so late. It came in here running on 3.5 cylinders. This feels good.
We'll try 2 more up top, and then move VVT, and then you guys can go home.
That sounds good. All right. Let's see what we got. Back at it. Here we go. You put 10 degrees more timing in it, and then it's going to turn the VVT up. And this time we're going to run it out to 9,000, see what it does.
Oh.
Everybody good? $338. It likes
So
it.
picked up a little and lost a little torque.
It didn't lose. It lost half a
Yeah,
torque.
half it.
Picked up another 5 horse. That's something. 340 wheel through a 727. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's do some quick math here. So 727 notoriously is a power sucking transmission. I'm not trying to make excuses here. Just telling you. Say like with a loose converter, whatever, it could be 25% loss.
All right, he's gonna do a VVT pull here.
Sick. Excuse me, if it's stuck in 25%, 450 crank.
Okay.
Seems like not 485. Get on top of that thing. Didn't like it. Didn't like that one.
What?
Didn't like it. More. VVT, turn the other way. All right, so can we make LS power? Not exactly. But now you said this is about what an LS3 would make, you think?
360 is what a tuned LS3
A tuned LS3?
The issue is you did a stick shift car versus
Yeah,
a big
stick-
auto.
exactly.
Older transmissions have quite a bit of loss.
Yeah, so it's stout. It's not exactly those numbers, but 338, 394 peak torque. That thing's gonna fly.
Yeah.
In a nice light car.
A whiff of juice will definitely get the horsepower number.
Yeah. No, it's really, really good, and I'm stoked. We're gonna get back tomorrow and make it go on the road, right? Are we doing that still? Still happening? Yeah. All right, so that is awesome. I'm stoked. I can't wait to see what it's gonna do. And guess what? We're not done yet. We're gonna go back. We're gonna bleed the brakes, do a quick alignment, try to make the coolant stay in the car, and then take it out and see what it does tomorrow. Yes. Let's rock. Good morning. We are back in the Stay Tuned shop. The Hemi Dart came off the dyno making 340-ish wheel horsepower and about 400 pound-feet of torque, 394 to be exact. That is quite stout. Not exactly what we were hoping for, but it's got all sorts of crazy vacuum leaks, exhaust leaks. We're just happy to get out of there with a running, driving car that sounds nasty at 6,500 RPM. So we're stoked, but okay, it came off the dyno. Now we got to drive it, right? So me and Barb are going to thrash on the bare necessities to get this thing down the road safely, and we're going to see if we can get out and get some pizza. So Barb is remaking the lower radiator hose. I'm going to make the alternator charge. We're going to fix that giant exhaust leak. End of list, just about.
Yes.
Let's ride. Hey, what's up? I am doing my best computer stuff over here. We had to get pretty intense with getting this thing to charge up. It is a pulse width modulated alternator that is controlled by the factory computer. The Holly will do it. Terminator X does not do a pulse width positive driver, it does a negative. So we're using that MSD solid state relay to flip it from, we're triggering it negative and then it's giving a positive output. We're kind of just flipping the polarity of it. Pretty intense stuff here. And then there are some limitations on the frequency as far as how many hertz and what the actual duty cycle you can run is. So I'm going to punch that stuff in. There actually is a PWM alternator dialed in, like a little preset map. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. I could write a whole thing from some dudes from the A-Body forum, but I think I've got it dialed in just because Holly's already got a map. It should work. I'm going to try to stay in the parameters of the MSD, not overheat anything, and get this car to charge. So Barb and I have been jamming. We've properly wired up the fans. We've properly wired up the alternator, and we're getting ready to rock. This is some intense nerddom over here. I've got 2 computers rocking. I got my glasses. And I got a bunch of, you know, pinouts and whatnot. We're going. We're going. I think we're getting somewhere. I got the sucker pulled out. We've been working on it all day. I meant to do that. And we're gonna give this Dart a little rip. We've got the exhaust leak fixed. We're still leaking a ton of vacuum around the injectors. Not super worried about it. But it starts with a key now. Did a bunch of wiring. I should charge. I know the fan's gonna work. And here we are. It has been a long haul. We've done a ton of work to this car. Full chassis reinforcement, QA1 suspension. This was just a kind of crusty roller when we got it, and now it's awesome. This will be our first time driving. I just pulled it out of the shop. I'm stoked. Let's go. All right, so first drive.
Dude, sounds good.
Yeah, it sure does, bud.
Woo!
It feels stout, even though the tune is, without the injectors, I don't think we're exactly right on, but.
Yeah.
Brand new brakes, brand new car. Try to bed these in. Remember, I don't have any brakes really.
I feel.
Cruising. Oh, the brakes are, you know, they're still not going to paint off their fingers.
Yeah.
So, not great. I mean, I think it's pretty good, like, when you get into it.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's up there. It's pretty good.
Woo!
The around town tune's not there yet.
No.
But give it the business tune.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Yep, that does it.
Wow. Wow.
You got some torque down low, boy.
It's really good. So if I'm being honest here, and I like to be with you guys, 90% sure it's not charging, and we have a jumper pack stuffed under the hood. So I don't think it's going to be the longest cruise in the world, but we're doing it.
Feels real good. Especially after this week, dude. Come on. Come on, girl. There it is.
Trans is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, it's pretty good,
Feels
man.
good, yeah.
We're doing the thing. I'm stoked, dude. This is sick. I'm feeling good.
This car.
Yeah.
Darts are the best. A-Body's the perfect size car.
That's correct. I mean, this feels like my demon, but rowdier, and I care about it less, which is a good thing.
Significantly less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take those scoops off.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Mark's taking the hood scoops off because we never bolted them down and they're gonna go flying. And since they're from a Mopar, they're worth $11,000 and change.
Oh yeah. Trans good.
Real good.
Mopar.
Real good.
Yeah.
It sucks up about 150 horsepower, but man, shifts hard.
Yeah. Feels good though.
This thing rips. I mean, that
feels pretty stout.
it sure does.
Takedown works good.
I think it's just in second. That's just pulling in second. Little converter flash up and she goes.
Sounded good.
Man.
Alright, let me out of here. What's up, bud?
I don't think my alternator tuning is exactly working.
No?
Thing is a ripper though, boy. And right where I left it, it looks great. It's sick. It ran out of battery. You thought it could only happen to EVs, but it happened to me. It's rough out there. All right, anyway, listen. That's it for this episode of Stay Tuned. Can you make truck LS power with a Hemi? Probably. I think our converter and that stock cam kind of killed us, but it's an absolute monster. We're not done with it yet, and I can't wait to take it out and see what it can really do. Because just a first drive, yo, I was steering that thing, sliding her, I'm like, phew. That is a fun, awesome little car, and we're gonna need a dialed and ripping. Thanks so much for watching. It's awesome. We're gonna go drag it back home. See you next time.